Alright, let me see if I can catch up to you guys. So, if I were doing this, I'm trying to find A. I know B is 60 because it's across from angle B. I know C is 68. So, and I know angle A is 20. So let's plug that in. So A squared is equal to, this would be 60 squared plus 68 squared minus 2 times 60 times 68 times the cosine of angle A, which is 20 degrees. And when I did that, I got 556 for A squared. Can someone confirm that?
Yes, 556.
Yes. Then, to get just plain old A, I'm going to take the square root of that, and I got 23.6. Okay, raise your hand if you at least got A. Did you get 23.6? Raise a hand or nod or something. Awesome. Great. So now that helps me a little bit because now I know side, side, side. And that allows me to use the law of cosines to find angle B. Alright, so now that takes me from step 1 to step 2. Before we go on to step 2, any questions on step 1? Alright, Caroline, if we're trying to find angle B, which one of those three formulas should we use? Yeah, because it has a B in it, right? So that makes sense. So let's go, and I'm going to change colors actually for this one. So for step 2, we're going to use B squared is equal to A squared plus C squared minus 2AC cosine of B. Alright, Louise, will you tell me how to plug those in? What is sides A, B, and C? The only thing we shouldn't know is cosine of angle B. So what was B?
Oh,
Awesome. So then I'll have 60 squared equals 23.6 squared. C is 68 squared. A is 23.6. C is... And then angle B was what we're trying to find. Alright, we're going to get some help here. David, will you do 60 squared? And then Oscar, you do 23.6 squared. Let's just go to one decimal. And then Brian, you do 68 squared. And then Eleanor, you do negative 2 times 23.6 times 68. Alright. David, what'd you get for 60 squared? Awesome. Okay, Oscar's 23.6 squared. Great. And then Brian, 68 squared.
4,600.
Awesome. And then Eleanor, the last part.
I got 4,600.
Cosine of B. Okay, so then let's just go through and combine like terms, right? I can combine the 556.9 and the 4,624. I got 5180.9. Antonio, what should I do with that 5,180.9? What is it doing to the cosine right now? It's just adding to it, right? So what's the opposite of adding? Yeah, so we're going to do the divide after, but this first one, let's just subtract it. Now, for our listeners at home who are hearing screaming in the background, are like, what is going on in this school? That is the people who didn't do homework being tortured. So, do your homework.
What even is it?
No, I'm kidding. It's the people working out in the weight room. They're right across the hallway, and they scream to build up some adrenaline, I'm guessing. Alright, now we're going to divide that negative 4,624. I want to check something real quick.
Oh no. I don't know what it is.
Hold on. I think we've got a wrong number.
I gave you a wrong number.
This 4,624 is actually...
68 squared. What it is, it's negative 8,160.
I think it's actually... So, a number that we got is actually an incorrect. So we're going to go back and change that.
Is it 3,209?
It is. This one right here is supposed to be 3,209.6. So guys, go back. We're going to hurry and fix the mistake.
Notice,
Wait, I have negative 8,160.
Maybe
do-
double check it.
Do 2 times 23.6 times 68.
Yeah, it's negative 8,160.
Are you in radians?
No! I'm in degrees.
Well, like, how are you? 2 times 23.6 times 68.
You're doing two wrong numbers. So, right here, it's negative 2 times 23.6 times 68.
Oh yeah, it's 60 feet. No, I'm gonna have to do it all over again. I finally finished.
Yeah. So are we.
I mean, like, I finished and got the right answer. I don't know where I lost
You ruined
y'all.
everything.
I was like
ruined
looking
it,
down and
Mindy.
look up. I'm like, huh?
You ruined everything, Mindy.
Alright, so almost there, guys. Sorry, make sure you fix that mistake. But what we have is we have 1,580.9 divided by 3209.6. And that's equal to the cosine of b. Alright, this one is kind of ugly because we had 23.6 was one of our decimals.
Now I'm even more confused. So I didn't get that. That isn't right.
We just replaced that number you gave us with 3209.6.
Um,
So it's not too bad. Now, last step, guys, how do we undo a cosine?
Do the cosine to the negative.
The inverse cosine.
The inverse cosine.
So I'm going to go on my calculator and do the inverse cosine of this big thing right here. Alright, when someone gets it, shout it out and let's see if we all get the same thing.
60.5
And that would be 60.5 what?
degree.
Degrees, because it's an angle. Is there anyone out there who can confirm 60.5? Ruby's got it. Awesome, Louise too. Great. Okay. This was kind of a beast of a problem. How come?
It's decimals and big numbers.
Decimals, big numbers. Also, we had to do law of cosines twice.
Yeah.
We were given a side angle side, so we could find the opposite side using the law of cosines to find a missing side. Then, once we had side, then we could solve for the missing angle.
so it's 60 what? I think you guys.
60.5.
60.5. Yeah, let me scroll down a little bit. And looking at our picture, it looks like B could be about 60.5. That seems to match. Okay, go back to your assignment now. The first four were law of cosines finding a missing side.
First six.
The next four
First six
are going to be,
side angle side.
well, we're still going to have side angle side, but it's not asking you to find a side. It's asking you to find an angle. So now it's going to be just like this problem where you're going to need to do side angle side to try to find the opposite side. Then once you have that, then you're going to find the missing angle using law of
So I
cosines.
just pointed that out.
Two-step problems. Alright, so we're going to push the pause button here, and I'm going to give you about 5 minutes now to work on that.